The Minnesota Fighting Vikings and the crooked Chicago Bears are linked currently, as Kwesi adofo-mensah and Ryan Poles were the two finalists for the Vikings GM job. Now, Poles opted to take the Bears job because he didn't want the pressure of being the Vikings general manager, allegedly. All that stuff. And also, Poles is the only GM in the division that he hasn't done a trade with, which is kind of funny, man. But, of course, Ryan Poles thumping his chest, we're going to take the NFC North and never give it back. And then they had the worst record in football last year, really earning that number one overall pick, trading down, getting some picks from Carolina, getting DJ Moore, all that stuff. And ostensibly, they're supposed to be getting some help for Justin Fields, who was fantastic last year on the ground, needs some help in the passing game. Enter Chase Claypool. So at the trade deadline last year, the crooked Chicago Bears sent, their second round pick, which turned out to be the first pick of the second round, to the Steelers. Really smart Pittsburgh Steelers, who then in turn parlayed that into Joey Porter Jr. at number 32 overall, which is pretty damn good, right? And you're thinking is like, okay, Claypool from Notre Dame, big-bodied receiver, has all the tools that you would want, and maybe he can be that guy that's going to take Justin Fields and the passing game to the next level. But then maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. So Dov Kleeman, this is what he tweeted. A report: the Bears reported they aren't happy with wide receiver Chase Claypool's effort this offseason, per Waddle and Sylvie. Tom Waddle and Sylvie, local media jackals in Chicago, a legendary show on ESPN 1000, so they certainly are in the know. I've heard from a few people inside the building that he is not somebody who's very self-motivated. That's coming from Waddle and Sylvie. The Warren Sharp of Sharp Football pointing out the Steelers trade Chase Claypool to the Bears mid-season. Pittsburgh was 2-6 with him, 7-2 without him. Chicago was 0-9 with him, 3-6 without him. Both passing attacks were much more efficient without Claypool. Chicago, before trading for Claypool, 7.5 yards per attempt. Chicago with Claypool on the field, 5.5 yards per attempt. So it's really not looking great. Not looking great at this moment in time. And Claypool, even after the trade deadline, missed a couple games due to injury, but 14 catches for 140 yards, 0 goose egg D'Angelo Russell touchdowns. It's a little bit rough. It's a little bit rough. And, Claypool has had some boneheaded moments before. Of course, that Thursday Night Football game, celebrating when the Steelers were trying to complete the furious comeback, wasting some time and all that stuff. And him and Tomlin didn't see eye to eye on a number of issues. Sometimes it's as petty as music during practice. Talk about practice, all that stuff. But either way, just like there's always red flags about Claypool. And if this is legit in what's going on with camp, I mean, it's embarrassing for the Bears. It really is. Where they gave up their second rounder, which ended up being number 32, which is basically a first round pick. Remember, the Dolphins lost their first rounder due to penalties for the whole Sean Payton, Tom Brady thing. It's so stupid. But you basically gave up a first round pick for Chase Claypool, and you did it all for that. For that 14, 29 targets for 140. It's kind of rough, man. It is rough. And yes, so the Bears are trying to turn this damn thing around. They're trying to get some weapons for Justin Fields. And DJ Moore, respect, is a stud. Having him included in the Panthers deal was a good move. And they were probably hoping that Claypool is going to step up as a 2. It kind of seems like Darnell Mooney, the pride of Tulane, has fallen out of favor, which kind of sucks. I always respected him. Velus Jones Jr., who's 27,000 years old, coming out of Tennessee. Maybe he can develop into something. Dante Pettis is a guy that's always been around. They have the other St. Brown. And then also Tyler Scott coming in from Cincy. But, I mean, Claypool, there's a clear path for Claypool to be that wide receiver 2, the big-bodied, outside the numbers, and go up and get it type guy for Justin Fields. But I just don't see it. I just do not see it right now. And it's sort of embarrassing for the Bears in this spot, because I think it's a real possibility that they turn around and then they trade Claypool, or they cut Claypool. And after giving up that draft pick and then having the Steelers turn into Joey Porter Jr., who's going to be a damn good player in this league. And, of course, the Bears having a glaring need at cornerback before they took Stevenson from Miami. I mean, we know what's up. We know what's up. And I know Bears fans are going to be in the comments like, oh, why you talk about us? This is a Vikings channel. Hey, if you don't talk about your division rivals' mistakes, what are you really doing? So this is not rent free. This ain't that, man. But it is kind of tough. But I mean, Poles, hey, the prophecy. I mean, yes, the Lions are getting all of the love and praise from the media, but the Bears have been getting their share too. But I just don't see it, man. I just really don't. And this whole Claypool fiasco is a symptom of what's going on in Chicago, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. The Bears reportedly having some problems with Chase Claypool already, question mark, after giving up basically a first-round pick for him. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.